I'm desolated. This is probably like my fifth gaming video or so. I had a couple of base covers, and then I got my PS4. And yeah, I've only had my PS4 for probably, well, I got it on Christmas, so a week or two. Um, Hope you guys' Christmas is good. I know mine was. My dad got a four-wheeler. He got a PlayStation 4, which is pretty awesome. All in all, I just really enjoyed hanging out with my family, eating good food, seeing everybody happy. Even my dog Max, we got him some stuff for Christmas, and he flipped out. But I hope you guys had a good Christmas. Now it's on to the second semester at school, and let's freaking get to summer, right? So I'm gonna be playing probably. I'm gonna play some Heist. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna broadcast today. Just gonna do a live stream of Heist. I've played a few different game modes. I was just playing TDM and went 30 and 10 with the AKM. That gun is fun. I really enjoy playing Heist just because I don't know. It's fast paced. It's not too big of a map, and you can kind of play the objective as well as come across many enemies. But okay, looks like we are the cops, I think, and if so, then looks like we're gonna be able to beat them. I'm gonna be rocking the Remington, the R70P Magnum. I haven't used any other shotguns, but from the videos I've seen and from my experience with this weapon, it is very good. I believe it doesn't have the highest damage. It has like the highest damage for range of any shotgun. I mean, the double barrel, yeah, it has a little bit more damage up close and everything in CQB, but its range isn't great. Its reload speed isn't that great, and you get 2 bullets. It is cool that you can alternate between single shot and double shot. That is pretty badass, but I don't think it would contend with this weapon, as it has been almost the gun I've used every game. But I'm gonna go ahead and spawn in here, start playing. What I'm gonna talk about today, I mean, I don't know necessarily if the gameplay is gonna be that great. I'm kind of an inconsistent player. I went 30 and 10 last game on TDM, and then I could go fucking absolutely negative, and I wouldn't surprise myself. Alright, well, that was awesome. What I'm going to talk about today, though, is an experience I just had this past week. So to start off, I'm going to tell you guys kind of some issues that I have. Not going to get all fuzzy and emotional with you. Just kind of going to give you straight facts and tell you what happened. And yeah, it's got some funny parts to the story, but this was a life-changing event. It was an eye-opener, and I thought you guys might want to hear about it. This way, I ain't gotta tell everybody, one by one the whole story. But to start out, I have depression and anxiety, pretty severe depression. My anxiety is not that bad, but I have all those things, bothering me, and then on top of that, I have pretty severe OCD. I think maybe just moderate, but it's definitely prominent, and I definitely notice it. So I really don't drink that much. I'm not of age to drink, and I don't know. I don't want to get addicted to alcohol because alcoholism runs in my family. And anyways. Last Tuesday, I had a show. I play in a band. After the show, I came home, took some of my parents' liquor, and started drinking. And I'm not going to go into the specifics, but I wasn't doing too well after that, and scared my mom, safe to say that, and what she chose to do was to send me to a behavioral health center. And it was kind of hit me like a brick. The next day, it was the next day, and I had just gotten Hardline, and yeah, I got Hardline Tuesday, and this whole event happened Monday night, and I was just playing, and my mom told me that that's what I was gonna do. She was gonna take me to behavioral health center. Now, I went to go to the health center, and my mom said, yeah, you'll probably just be there like 2 or 3 days, might want to bring some clothes, it won't be too bad. So, I mean, I did not want to go, obviously. I know what kind of reputation those places have around here. But you know, I try to be an obedient child. I mean, I make a lot of mistakes, and I'm not the best kid in the world. But I respect my parents for, you know, taking me and raising me to be who I am today, so I try to just, you know, obey them, and I try to do what they say. Though, ironically, I got to get me in this situation at first. But I was reluctant to go, but I went, and I wasn't gonna make them call the cops to get me to take me there or anything. So, Mom said, yeah, it's gonna be maybe 2 or 3 days. I'll just bring some clothes, and I don't want you to have to go through this. And so, you know, I went. I just got in the car and we went. Now, when I got there, first thing they did was I got signed in, did all the paperwork and everything, and then they took all my clothes. They took what did they take? They took my shoelaces. They took my hat. When my mom bought clothes later on, they wouldn't let me wear my hoodie because it had a hood on it. So this is one of those really strict behavioral hospitals, and you can't do things that you normally do, have things that you normally have, because they can become a danger to you or someone else. So they took everything. I went into this classroom, and I ended up sitting down behind this girl, and found out later she goes by D. And I sat down behind D, and there was a bunch of little kids in there. There wasn't really any peers or anybody my age, and they had Aliens in the Attic on the TV. So I mean, if that kind of explains to you, like, who controlled what happened, it was little kids got to do whatever they wanted here, and the big kids had to suffer through watching these shitty movies. So I sat down, and yeah, I just was watching the movie, and I looked down in front of me, and sitting in front of me was D, and she had a paper towel, and she was picking her ear cheese out, looking at it, and I swear this thing looked like a whole raisin when it came out of her ear. It looked like a damn raisin, and she was just looking at it, saying and speaking audibly how gross it was and how big it was, and so that really, that was the first kind of significant event that happened the whole time I was there, and it was in a very tumultuous situation for something so simple like that to become something, you know, so reminiscent of the time there is pretty ironic. You know, the things I most remember from this place were some pretty funny and silly things that are completely unimportant. But yeah, that noise is me smoking my vape. Yeah, vape. I'm sorry, that might get annoying. So we stare at the wall, and every day, you know, we had a schedule. You go to sleep. Like I got there. Soon after that, I went to sleep. You don't have anything in your room. But the first night, I couldn't really sleep at first. I was sitting in a chair, and yeah, there was 2 chairs in there. I just sat there refusing to go to sleep. I was pissed off that my parents were taking me there. I was pissed off that I didn't have any of my things with me, and I felt, you know, just naked. I felt like they had taken everything from me, and I'm a rebellious and stubborn kid at heart. So, you know, I didn't like having to follow rules and things like that. Like, I can follow the law and I can follow most rules, but when it's controlling me and I believe that, and I get anxious and start believing that it's going to manipulate me, then I get really, you know, fucked up about it. But every kid had an insane and just completely depressing background. That just things that had happened to them were so bad. Some of them were really messed up in the head, and I really felt sorry for them. But I could go into and talk to you about every single person that was in there and tell you about, you know, all their stories and all the funny things that happened. But the thing, oh my god, I'm so bad, I'm so sorry. But I just want to tell you about one specific kid that I thought was a pretty eventful thing because it was funny as fuck and it had everybody on the floor laughing. We had a staff member and he was black and not being racist or anything. It just it has to do with what this kid Caden said. But yeah, he was an African American man. And he was a really great guy, really funny, and really caring for all of us. And I think he was my favorite staff out of all the staff there. And so Caden is this little like 6 or 7 year old kid who's in DHS custody. And
took him out.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Caden. I'm not gonna give his real name just because I don't think that would be right. But we're gonna call him Caden because that sounds like a redhead kid name. But yeah, he was 6 or 7.
I got that
one. And he had red hair. And he was just a really cute kid, like a really cool kid, but he could get so angry, and he would just flip out of nowhere if the littlest thing made him angry. And so Mr. We'll call him Mr. John. Mr. John, that staff member, he was telling us how I was like, this kid is really cool. Like, why is he even in here? And he was in there because the government wanted him, but he was also in there because he could not control his anger, which I later find out. But Mr. John told me that Caden had called him all sorts of names. Like he had gotten mad at him and called him a nigger and called him a dumbass, called him an asshole, ass face, all these things that like you would not expect a 7-year-old to say. Very racist things, very vulgar things, very offensive things. He just threw it right at you with the middle finger up. No competition. I'm different. Yeah, I'm different. But I'm so stupid. But yeah, he was. I don't really know how to describe him. He was just Caden. And Mr. John told me that this kid Caden had called him all these sorts of names. You know, he had said all those things that he called him. And I was really surprised, really astonished that this kid even had those words in his vocabulary, let alone had the balls to call people those names. And so. Skipping forward a bit, this is not in chronological order, I'm just kind of going all over the place and telling you about this. We were sitting at lunch, me and...
One down!
Oh, got him. We were sitting at lunch and me and my friends that later came in after the first night, they had came in a couple nights later. We were sitting at lunch eating, here, dumbass bitch! Dumbass bitch, I hate you! I hate you, asshole! And it was out of nowhere. It was completely out of nowhere. It was out of the blue, and it cracked us all up. And then we looked back, and he had 2 nurses were restraining him. And he, Mr. John had this needle that he carried around with him. He said he called it BJ. He called it the booty juice. And so what I found out was whenever you get out of order, whenever you can't control yourself, and when they can't control you. What they do at this hospital is they shoot you in the butt a few times with the sedatives to knock you out. So they went and I heard them screaming, dumbass, bitch, asshole, all those things and calling people names, and then after about 5 minutes it just went silent. And you know, it's funny, and yeah, it's like, it's funny because the reason that he had done all that was because he didn't like what was for dinner. But then you gotta remember, this kid's like been through shit that I can't even fathom. Like, I really felt sorry for him. But okay, I went 8 and 7 on there. That was completely garbage. I'm so sorry about that gameplay, but I'm gonna keep going. While I was there, I just felt worried and I felt controlled, and I felt like I was being manipulated because I didn't have everything that I usually had every day. I was on a complete strict schedule. I spent most of the time staring at a wall and watching Cartoon Network because these kids wanted to watch Go Teen Titan Go or whatever, and you know, we couldn't do that or else they would go insane. So one night I ended up actually breaking down and I couldn't handle it, and I thought my parents were just like doing this for punishment and that they were going to be doing this and sending me away like this for, you know, a multitude of times. So I got broke down, and I told them that how my antidepressant hadn't been working, so they put me on a new medicine. It's called Seroquel, and I hate this. It's for people with psychosis, mania, bipolar disorder, things like that. Like and people who are insane as well, older people with dementia and things like that. And nothing against people who have that, but I don't have that. Like, that's not going to affect anything that I have to deal with on a daily basis. I didn't have any of those problems, and they still put me on that medicine, so I was pretty upset about that. Oh, I'm astonished as to how I just did that. I should have killed them. But, recently I haven't been feeling good, and, yeah, they tapered me off of, the antidepressant I was on, and, yeah, I basically, I don't know, today and yesterday I've just felt like absolute shit. I've had this really fuzzy and, like, just uncontrollable feeling in my head and parts of my body. It's like a fuzzy, tingly feeling. It's really weird. But, yeah, I haven't been feeling really well. But the good thing is, you know, break's over. I'm back at school. I actually had to miss today because of, you know, these circumstances. But, I'm sorry if it's been a little boring or anything. I'm just having a little bit of trouble focusing after getting put on off this medication and starting this new one. It's just really been tampering with my mind. But, I'm back at school now. My grades are all good. I'm all caught up. And, I'm in the 11th grade, but I'm actually able to... Oh, hold on. There we go. I'm actually able to finish whenever I want to, because I'm in an alternate school and I do the work on the computer. And, oh. I do all my work on a computer, and I'm able to... I don't know, I guess I'm able to just finish whenever I want to. Whenever I get a class done, I get a credit for it. So, I mean, I could be done with high school pretty soon. I'm actually going to get these classes done. And, with these problems, I've decided that it would be better for me to be homeschooled or do virtual school at home. So, like, I've never been bullied or anything. It's just being in society for very long periods of time and not having, you know, my way. It just gets to me. I mean, I don't know how else to say it, and it's really tough for me to get up and go to school every day. And I've had some major issues with truancy, which I'm actually in court for right now, and could face some pretty high fines, I guess, from my parents, and you know, could end up in jail if you miss too much school, and all these sorts of things that have been worrying me. But I'm back at school. Yesterday I just went to the gym. I'm getting back into working out finally. I haven't gained any weight, luckily. I've actually lost a couple pounds. But I'm getting back into the gym, hopefully going to be working out as much as possible. I'm going to do it probably every 2 days, which is probably not that much compared to some of you guys, but every 2 days is sufficient for me, I think. But yeah, I'm doing all those things, and then I'm in a band. If you guys didn't know, I think I already said, but I'm in a band. I play bass in like a beatdown hardcore band, like what you guys, most of you call it, was screamo. Yeah, I'm in a screamo band. I'm in a hardcore beatdown band, and we've actually been playing a shit ton of shows. We've got a shit ton lined up. Next July, we're actually scheduled to go on tour across the Southeast U.S. and South U.S. with another band, or maybe two. And I think it's on January 14th, which I think is in about 8 days, maybe 9, I think 8 days. We are releasing an EP. We've been working on it. We've got it all recorded. We just got to tape it a little bit. Tamper with it a little bit, and you know, EQ it and just tweak it up a bit, and then we'll be good. So we're ahead of schedule. We're doing great, and I'm looking forward to doing more things in my band. That's kind of where I've been devoting most of my time to, which is kind of described my fucking absolute decline in gaming ability. I mean, right now, yeah, I'm 8-2. I'm at the top of the game, but you know that. I don't know. I feel like I should be doing somewhat better and doing something actually significant if you're going to be watching my gaming videos. So I apologize for it. I know it's not the best, but I'm hoping you guys have really enjoyed this story. I'm just hoping that you guys saw some, maybe understood how I learned my lesson and had a really big eye opener. And yeah, I wanted to tell you guys that because I like to be open to anybody who wants to hear about me that actually, you know, isn't gonna bash me and, you know, be a bitch about things. So, and you know, you guys can leave comments and things, but it's not like you're gonna be in my face saying something, or it's not like you're gonna be judging me. where it's like all I can focus on. So I hope you guys liked the video. And if you like watching my videos, just make sure to subscribe. I mean, I don't have many subscribers at all, maybe 16, 17. But yeah, I'm just starting out. Hopefully I can get somewhere someday with this, you know, because I really like playing games and I've really been enjoying work if you want it to be very nice. But if you guys enjoyed, just make sure to subscribe and like. You know, leave a comment and tell me if you've ever had a serious situation that was similar to this. And just, yeah, tell me how your Christmas went. Tell me what you think about Battlefield Hardline. And, yeah, this has been Desolated. I'm out.